what do you like the most about the way your line's going right now?
I think we're just doing a good job of making sure we're defending well and trying to slow the opponent down, know their strengths, and be responsible on that side of it. And then you do good things there, have strong habits, and make it difficult on the opponent. Gives you the ability to go the other way and do what we want to do. And obviously, play with the puck and be in the offensive zone. And good job of just connecting sequences together and getting second and third looks or sustaining offensive zone time. So obviously Mitchie's going pretty good right now and the plays he's making. So I think just as a whole team, not just our line, things are just really starting to really connect and get a good feel of what's bringing us success.
What's the difference between Mitch Classic versus Mitch Keefe that we seem to be seeing?
I think he's always pretty good. Sometimes, the puck just always seems to follow him. Even maybe when it's not going in the net, he's just always around the puck. What he can do on the forecheck, I think, isn't talked about enough. His ability to read the play, strip defenders, create opportunities from the way he can forecheck. And you always think of forechecking as always being really big and physical and strong and heavy on the puck. He just does it with a great stick and understanding how to use his skill set to make it difficult on the opponent. So I think that's been a real strong point to his game of late as well.
John, next man up doesn't always work. Why does it work so well here, do you think, for you guys, especially on the blue line?
Well, I think there's probably a combination of things. I think as an organization we do a great job of player development and things that we need to work on throughout the organization, from the guys here to our prospects, young players, guys that are in the minors, guys that come up. And then I think just our team game is really strong and playing connected, playing together and not trying to complicate things, but just being difficult to play against and making sure we're defending well. And then obviously we just got good players, good depth, guys that have proven themselves in the past, or young guys looking to make their mark that have strong skill sets and excited about their opportunities. So, I think it speaks to the group and the organization just the importance of having all those pieces and how they play plays an important role throughout the course of a long season.
What sort of challenge do you see in the Siders defense pairing?
Well, they obviously got good size. They can play a lot of minutes and cover a lot of ice. Obviously, Sider had a tremendous year last year and a really good young player. Sherratt's very stable back there and can defend really well, reads the game extremely well. So, you just have to try to stress them as much as you can, make them have to defend and make it a difficult night. Playing in their own end and being able to use the whole offensive zone, stressing them that way, getting into the inside, moving the puck quickly. So, they're a challenge and be a great test for us.
Ask you about Mitch Marner and how amazing he is a lot.
I think it's just part of his smartness on ice. Doesn't always go full speed, but he's good at reading what the D is going to do. So he's picking up a lot of pucks and obviously creates a lot of scoring chances from his forecheck.
A lot of minutes. What was that like for you on Saturday night?
Yeah, it's nice. Always nice to play a lot. A bigger challenge. You play against better players a little bit more often, but it's fun.
Looks like Sid was a little upset at you. What was that like for you?
I don't know why he was mad at me. It was fun. I don't know why, but it was a little bit fun.
Must be doing something right though, right?
Just trying to play good defense. So maybe I was successful against him. I don't know.
What is working well for you and Rasmus? Does it seem like you guys went to another level Saturday?
Yeah, I think we've just talked about, obviously getting more minutes, just trying to play a simple game, good defense, and take the opportunities in offense when they're there. But, just play a good defensive game. And, as I said, you play against better players, so you have to dial it in a little bit more. So I think we're doing a good job.
He's really smart. He reads plays well, and he kind of knows. He has a knack for knowing which direction a defenseman wants to bump the puck or skate the puck, and he's just really smart instinctively like that. So you saw it in the game against Pitt the other night when he passed it to Homer, and he does that stuff a lot.
Mitch is always pretty good, but when he kind of gets into this peak Mitch mode, what are you seeing?
Yeah, he's playing with a lot of confidence. There's no question about it, and he's seeing good results. So, we know what kind of player he is. He does it in practice every day, and he does it in games as well. So he's a great player.
What's working well for you? More minutes? It doesn't seem to phase you at all. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I think Sandy touched on it the other day, but the more you play, the better groove you get in, and there's more opportunities to go out there and make plays, and you stay warm and everything like that. So, I welcome as many minutes as possible, and I just want to do my part to help the team.
What's working with you and Giordano in particular?
I think Gio's just a really smart player, and he's always in the right position on the ice, and he's always there to support me, and I try to do the same for him. He's a great player.
What do you remember most about the last game in this building?
Was that the 10-7 game? Yeah, that was crazy. A lot of emotional swings in that game. We thought he had it under control a couple times, but I guess not. But ended up winning in the end, which is what matters.
How different does this Red Wings team feel or look to you right now?
I haven't seen a lot of them this year, but I know that they have a good record and they're nipping at our heels. So I know they have a dangerous offense and they're good in transition. So it's going to be up to us to limit that. No problem.
Mitch, what do you remember most about the last game?
Most importantly, team win. It was a little bit of a chaotic one, obviously, with the amount of goals scored and the comeback that kind of haunted on us. And just for us staying resilient and staying with it and getting the win. But obviously, a crazy game, and I'm sure a lot of fans enjoyed it.
Why do you think you were an effective forechecker? John was just telling us maybe you don't get enough credit for that.
I don't know. I just try and read the play, try and listen out there, try and hear what D-men are saying, try to watch where their eyes are and try to see where the next option is, and just try to play off that and try and use my instincts to try and read it. And, it works sometimes, but also I think sometimes you switch it up, go in there, try and get body first and then get pucks. So kind of try and switch things up a little bit and just try and use my instincts in there.
How much do you think you killing penalties really helps your overall game? Just the amount of times you're on the ice and just staying hot and staying warm.
It does. I like it because you just go out there. You're against the best players usually on the other side as well, so it's a good challenge for you. And you want to do a job. You want to make sure you get pucks cleared. I think our kill has done a good job of realizing this year of when you have chances to go down ice and strike, and we're not getting out of hand with it as well, and we're not getting too crazy with it. And it does help. You go out there, you try and fly around the ice, try and stop guys from making plays, try to cut off passes, try to pick things off, and you definitely got to keep your brain active as well.
What stands out to you about the challenge presented by the Sider-Sherrod defense pairing?
Yeah, obviously two big boys that like to use their body and try and be physical on you. And for us, it's making sure we're going to try and make them skate. We got to try and make both of them use their skating. We got to make it hard on them. They're going to play a lot of minutes, so you got to try and make them move, try and make them exhaust himself out there, some good ozone shifts, and try and work the cycle and try and find guys. So that'll be the objective, and I don't think anything changes from the last couple of games.
You guys have been starting really well. For you, on a personal level, you get sent out there first 2 shifts of the game. What's the key to a good start?
Just go out there and buzz. Try and be active right away. Try and make plays when they're available, and if not, trying to get on that forecheck early. I think we've done a good job of not really forcing too many things at the start of games. We're not afraid to get it in and get our forecheck going early. And it's been working the last couple of games.
We know that guys use smelling salts and maybe pour water down, but do you put water on your legs too? Is that something you do as well? We've seen it a couple times.
Yeah. I don't know what we have. We don't have smelling salts anymore. We have something else that it's supposed to be better for your brain and health, which who knows? But we got a great training staff, so you trust them. But yeah, exactly. I don't know. I spray my legs, spray the front of my neck from the back of my neck, so I don't know if it really helps a whole lot, but nice little breeze of cold water is always good.
And we know you got the smiley face on the gloves, but I guess some eagle-eyed viewers saw that you got a Zed. Is that for Zeus or?
Yeah, it's my guy Zeus. Yeah, he's my guy. He's on the stick now too, so he's. I don't have any kids, and people are probably gonna think I'm crazy, but yeah, it's my guy. He doesn't have a damn clue what I do for a living. Doesn't have a damn clue what anyone thinks about me. So he just loves me for being his dad and buzzing around outdoors with him. So that's why put him on there for the little remembrance, have fun.
So when you look at that, it kind of puts a smile on your face in the middle of the game, or when will you peek at that?
Yeah, it's just on there. Just go out there and have fun and buzz around and try and be a difference maker and help this team win games. But just try to do what he does when he's out there at the field, just buzz around and chase down the ball and be a big force.
When did that start, Mitch?
Probably like 2 years ago or so. Yeah, I've hit it there for a while, and I don't know. It's just something to have a guy on with me when I'm out there playing.
Cool.
What kind of dog is it?
Chocolate Lab.
Oh, yeah.
Take a look at the Instagram. He's all over it.
Sheldon, Mitch is always pretty good. When he hits, kind of peak Mitch, what stands out the most? What's the biggest thing that pops for you?
I think it's just you get in a rhythm when you're an elite player like that, and you just feel like every shift you're going to make a difference. So I think, he just is, he's feeling it. He's feeling it with the puck, without the puck, with his defending. I mean, some of his best plays are coming off of his reads and creating turnovers to create high-end chances for us. So for him, he has that ability on both sides of the puck to impact the game, and right now he's really feeling it. You can tell he's seeing things really well, and it seems like, but no matter the minutes or the situation or the schedule, that he's just continuing to push on.
When you talk about his reads and when you can read the play, how much of that is coming off his experience in killing penalties? He obviously been doing that for a long time. You trust him greatly there, and it's just all part of the whole package for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that does a lot of things. I would say probably his ability to read plays and defend, and his quickness and his anticipation is why he's on the penalty kill. So I think that's, the skill set that he has comes first and foremost. And then that makes you use him in those defensive situations like a penalty kill, like late in games. But certainly the more experience you get in those situations, you're just refining those skills, and they're staying sharp, and you get to know some of the tendencies of players a little bit better. That's all part of it. It's no secret that he does a lot for us and impacts the game in a lot of ways, and he's excelling in that area right now.
Sheldon, what's allowed Holl to step in and look like he belongs here for 3 games?
Well, I think, first of all, you got to, like we talked about, you got to acknowledge the fact that we've played a good team game. I think that's really, really important, no matter who's playing for us. Whether you look at Giordano and Holl and how they've elevated and the job they're doing, or Sandy and Liljegren, like our team game is really supporting everybody. Everybody's doing better. We just talked about Mitch Marner. Like, I think our team game contributes to that as well. So I think that's part of what we talked about when guys leave the lineup. Your team game should be able to take care of your team. So we should be able to take care of young guys coming in and allowing them to get comfortable and all of that. So there's that part of it. And then the other piece is he's just worked hard. He's got experience at the AHL level. He's been up with us in the past and earned call-ups in the past. He's played well for us in preseason. He's a guy who's very comfortable around here. Guys really like him. And the way that he skates and moves the puck, I think guys like that feel comfortable on the ice because the pace is not overwhelming them.
What's the biggest difference in this Detroit team versus the one you faced last year?
I'd say depth and experience. Obviously, a lot of the guys that they added have got significant experience in the league, and they've surrounded their younger players who are elite young players, drafted high, in the draft, and have had great first, second, third years or whatever it is in the league for each of them. And then they've just added that additional depth. So, there's definitely a different group. We've faced bits and pieces of them in preseason and got a little bit of a taste of that. But obviously they've been playing really well as a team, in particular in this building. And, we know that this is a team that is really competitive in the division. And we're going to see them a bunch through the season and need to make sure we're at our best here tonight.
Derek Malone was saying yesterday and again today that you guys are playing the right way. And for that, for you, Sheldon, does that mean start with the structure as the base and then go from there, and the way things are happening, good structure for you guys?
Yeah, that's again just our team game and making sure that we're putting the puck into good spots and we're not we're not making life harder on ourselves than it needs to be. That's with us being shorthanded as we are on defense here, we've got to have a really sound team game. So the forwards have to be responsible with how they play, both with the puck and without, to be able to support the defense, defensively, and then also to help us on our breakouts and all those kind of things. We need to be very connected, and I think we really have that happening right now. And the guys, I've had success with it, and our the confidence has grown to a good place. All that said, it's been a good trip for us here, but the trip's not over, and you just got to regroup and focus on tonight's game, and we got to be able to do it again.
Much like Sandin and Liljegren kind of getting more minutes and moving up with everyone kind of missing. Can the same be said for someone like Justin Holl, who's playing with Mark, but maybe in a bit of an elevated role in that spot?
Yeah, like I was saying, everybody is elevated here, and I mean, Halsey at different times, hasn't played at his best throughout this season, but Justin Holl's played a lot of really tough minutes for us over his time in the NHL, so it's not necessarily new for him, but you have to go out and do the job, and he has, so that's been really great to see.
You had a long conversation with Des Mountain at the end of the practice there. What's your message to him?
Just to continue to take advantage of his opportunity, and there's some details inside of his game that we're talking to him about to stay on top of, but he's done a good job for us on that line, and we want that to continue. But he's still a guy that's learning and adapting to playing in that type of a role. It's somewhat different for him.
Murray, good to go tonight?
Yeah.
Well, he's been leading to the great starts you're off to. Obviously, the game's been consistent throughout, but is there an element? I know a lot of Mitch's points have come early in games. Whether you feel like the big guys are setting the tone? Or...
Well, I think it's what we were talking about. Just the focus has been establishing a team game and making sure that we're not putting ourselves in a bad spot, and waiting to see if the other team's going to make a mistake first, and then when they do, be ready to capitalize on it. And that's worked well for us. That's what we're going to have to do again here tonight, and that's just it. We got to, be confident in what we've done here of late, but that's over with. We got to do it again here tonight.